welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. I have videos in the vault that I've not released yet, didn't edit, none of that. But y'all know how I am. I'm very non-consistent, but I'm gonna try to get it together. I think this the year I'm gonna get it together. You know, you might get some short films, stuff like that I'm trying to do. But in this video, we're going to talk about a book that I have coming out called Pretty Privilege. A year ago, I think, probably about the same time, I made a video talking about it, but I wanted to do it in a more, I guess you could say, organized way. And also, I never finished the series that I was supposed to have. So I'm trying to finish it now. I wanted to wait until I was ready to release the book. So yeah, but I want to talk about my experiences or our experiences with Pretty Privilege and also kind of like fuse it into the book or whatever. And I have my best friend, Vanjalyn, with me to help me talk about, because I send her all of the books and she reads them and gives me her feedback. So, and then plus I know she got experience with this topic. So I felt like we could have some girl talk about it. Because I feel like the perception is that people who have pretty privilege likes it. Like, we like attention, we like getting attention, and like it's just this amazing thing. Like, you don't really get credit for having the talent when you got a pretty face, because people think that that's the only reason why you're there, and that's not always the case. So I kind of want to change the perception, give a different one, because I don't really care about changing y'all perception. But first of all, like, I'm just gonna tell y'all a little bit about the story, and then I'll get into some questions and then book talk. So I basically decided that I wanted to talk about this topic in a way that, because at first I was like, I wanted this character to reflect me, but then I was like, not really. I can put some of my experiences in it, but I want it to be different. Like, I don't want her to reflect me, but maybe just tell a little bit of my experiences. So I guess you could say a little bit of reality fused with fiction. But basically, the main character is Zuri Natrice Hall, and she's an 18-year-old girl who just went to college. She's also the high school Miss USA winner. She does pageants because her mom used to do them, and she don't like them basically. And I felt like making her like a beauty queen, I don't really know the right term for it. I guess you could say a person that does pageants, because I was always being pushed to do them as a child. My mom never made me do it. It just wasn't my thing. But people used to always be in her ear. My mom was young when she had me, so she always had older people in her ear telling her, you need to make her do this, you need to make her do that. But she always left it up to me to decide what I wanted to do. And through this discussion, and y'all will understand why I didn't want to, because of the experiences that I was having as a kid. A lot of weird stuff. But basically, Zuri is an 18-year-old girl who finally goes off to college, and she finally is away from her mom and dad, her dad is a mayor, her mom is a doctor, a surgeon, and they're like influential in Horry County, or in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I wanted to This book, I wanted the setting to be in South Carolina, a place that I was familiar with, so I can kind of fuse a little bit of the culture into the story. But coming from a family like that, she's always visible, always in the public eye, on the pageant stages, doing commercials, modeling, whatever it is that her parents kind of push her towards doing, because Zuri wants to be a director, a movie director. And to her parents, that's not a job that they want her to have. Like, she's a hall, she's supposed to be a doctor like her mom, because that's what her mom wants her to do, but she doesn't want to. So when she goes off to college, she thinks that this is her chance to be herself. Like, okay, I'm finally away from them, I'm gonna have fun, like I'm gonna turn up. But college doesn't turn out to be exactly how she pictured it. For one, her best friend changed up on her, like she isn't responding to her in a way that she wants her to. She's all about her sorority and this guy that she's chasing basically. So she doesn't have that picture perfect experience that she wanted with her best friend. So that's something that's bothering her as well. Then she ends up meeting this guy, falling for him, and then ends up meeting another guy that is obsessed with her. So in the midst of trying to have a relationship with her love connection, she's getting harassed by this other guy who she doesn't want, but he's rich. His dad is a senator and he's trying to follow in his dad's footsteps. And he wants his Michelle Obama beside him. And Zuri just happens to be the girl that he feels should stand beside him. So we're going to jump into the discussion with the first question. So my first question is, what are the pros of pretty privilege? And since I did that long introduction, I'll let you answer first.
I guess having pretty privilege can get you indoors that maybe you wouldn't have been able to get into so easily.
Right.
If you didn't have that going for you. Like
Right.
most of us, most of us want to get indoors based off of what we can bring to the table, whether it's
Right.
our intelligence, our skills, um, whatever it is that we can do better for whatever it is that we're trying to get into. But for some,
Yeah.
if you have the right look, you'll get pushed through the door a lot quicker or with easier access because you fit the bill of what they want to have on the forefront or what they want to have in their vicinity. So they'll bring you on, even if you don't have those skills,
Mhm.
or even if you don't want the position, they can pull you in because they like, we like the way you look. We can just teach you whatever
Right.
it is that you want to know. And as long as you do it right, as long as you're willing to learn, we'll teach you. Whereas some people, they'll be like, what do you know how to do? It'll be a little
Exactly.
bit harder. Of course, that doesn't work everywhere, but there are some places that will do that. Um, that's honestly the only
The
pro.
pros, yeah,
Yeah, that's the only pro I can
that I
think
see
of, is it
too.
might be easier to get in some places, but you have to know where you are and the people you're dealing with, the type of people that you're dealing with too.
That's true. I don't think I would want to be working for somebody or with somebody who just wants me there because I look good. I don't think I would want to do that. But at the same time, we know how that majority of the time that's how it works, especially in the entertainment industry. But I also feel like when it comes to if you care about marriage and like starting a family with somebody, I feel like if you're pretty, you have a lot more people who want to marry you. A lot of it be for the wrong reasons. You have a lot more men who want to be with you. You have a lot more people who want to make you their wives, because I get asked this a lot, to be the baby mama,
They
to
just
have
want a
their baby.
trophy
Exactly.
girlfriend, wife, something, nothing
Exactly.
serious. It's like, yeah, being pretty or having pretty privilege, you can get almost anybody. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean they value you.
Exactly. And that's the most important thing. And I definitely in my life when it came to dating, I got a lot of that. A lot of we would look good together, or you know how people gonna look at me if I'm with you, and then plus being from the place where I'm from, and not only am I like this person that is beautiful to look at, like you look good on my arms, but at the same time I'm also a person that people don't have access to because I stay to myself. I'm not out in the streets. I'm not hanging with this person or that person. I stay to myself. So a lot of people don't know me, but they know me at the same time. They know who I am, but they don't know me for real. And I have a lot of guys who feel like that's also a prize too. Like, I ain't been hearing about you in these streets. So like you, if I was with you, like people really like people, I would be doing something. Before you go, check out my website at srgram.org and scroll all the way down to the bottom to fill out the subscription form to get updates, news, and book releases. Thank you.